Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Mike Toledo. I am going to talk a little low because if I talk full throttle voice, my wife will come in here and you will hear me getting my head cut off slowly. So she's already telling me to shush downstairs. She's got super bat ears. So, anyways, we're going to talk. I'm going to talk just a little bit about my glue pull video that's coming up. Okay. I know you guys have been going, yeah, you've been talking about that for years, which I have. And honestly, things change so much that I have to keep shooting new video. And between all the new tabs, I mean, Atlas came out with tabs, latest tabs, about 6, 7 months ago. Kiko has really put full throttle on the new stuff that they've gotten. Black tabs, all kinds of stuff's out there. I mean, it's getting like just getting crazy out there with all the new tabs, and not to mention glue pullers and mini lifters and whatnot. So I'm kind of glad it did take me this long because I can really give you and show you guys the latest and greatest. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a small preview. I've just got a bunch of folders here just on some glue pulling. And basically, I'm going to just go to my latest shots here, the super tabs. Okay, and I'm just going to talk about the Honda in generally. I did this Honda just a couple days ago, and let me just show you a shot of it. Okay. Oh, let's go. It's opening up all kinds of stuff here. Just one shot. Okay. Let's make it bigger. Okay, one thing I want to talk about is crowns. Okay, so you see this crown up in this area right there? That is where the metal went. Okay, and I'd like to place super tabs on the area right below the crown. Now the reason why is because I want to release tension. So let me see if we can give you a better shot of it. Okay, you can see a little bit right here. You can see the bow in the reflection, but above that body line, it's a crown. Okay, and we'll even see it more obvious once we get into the next clip. The main reason is when I use super tabs, and super tabs are those big pieces, big giant tabs that go on, basically it covers surface area, a big surface area. And that helps relieve not only the crown, but it pulls a lot of the meat out of your dent. So it lessens the chance of you making push marks with a smaller tool, because the bigger the dent, technically the bigger the tip you should have, or the bigger push surface you should have from behind. Well, unfortunately, we can't get a big surface area without tearing the whole car apart, which for some people or a lot of techs out there, that's not an option. Some techs do it, but in cases like this where there's no real good access behind the panel, what are you going to do? You can drill, which technically I did to finish off this dent, but what are you going to do to get a lot of the meat out and get it out clean as possible to start the dent? Because if you don't, you're going to end up with a lot of push marks, especially on a silver car, and it really doesn't look good, especially in the sun. So let me get out of that one. Okay, we're going to take that one away. And what I mean by this is I have a special setup here. So let me see. Let's go to right at this one. I used the Anaconda, and I was having one of my students hook it up, okay, and attach it. You can still see that there's a crown here, and I put 2 tabs here because I want to release a little bit of pressure on that. Actually, let me get out of this. This isn't the one I really wanted to show you. Let's take a look here. I think this might be it right here. Yeah, this is it. This is definitely going to show you what I mean by a crown. Okay, you see this top part right here? That is a crown. Let me just speed up the video. Okay, watch, keep an eye on that crown. You see the tab here, you see a tab here. You see, this is probably the biggest tab they make with Kiko. I've got a Anaconda, okay, and I could use the dent dial. At this time, I didn't have the setup for the dent dial. I didn't have all the parts I needed because it was at my house, and here I was at the shop, and I forgot some stuff. So it was not about who's best or whatnot. It's definitely the dent dial would work just the same. I just happened to have the Anaconda with some parts, and I didn't even have all the parts I needed with the Anaconda. So I basically used what I had. Okay, you could use anything else you want. You can actually use this new Kiko. Basically, it's a big wide one. I'll explain that later, but it's really cool, and you can use this as well. But I decided to use this because I want to control the pole, and I want to control that crown that's up there. I don't want to yank it, because if I yank, there's a possibility I could overstretch and pull the paint. The paint was not very good on this Honda. It almost looked like it was repainted. So I rather go slow and pull it and have full control. And I also want to release that crown up there, because if I tried to tap that crown before I tried to pull it, I'd probably put little divots and tap down low spots inside on top of the metal. That's what I want to try to avoid. Now let me slowly speed this up. Okay, I mean, he's getting ready to pull it. Now watch, keep an eye on the crown up here. Whoa, look at that. Look at, I'm just starting to watch that crown. Watch the bend in that reflection. It's just starting. Now you see why I tell slow control. And watch the whole thing down here too as well. This is why we like surface tab, the big surface tabs, Kiko super tabs, right on that coverage area, because we want to pull as much as we can carefully and very controlled. So we don't overstretch, we don't create high spots in the middle of the dent. That's something a lot of guys do, is they slam it, they do it with their slide hammer, and they could easily overstretch the dent and then create twice as much work. And if you're not good at releasing pressure, you probably just oil can and basically you just kind of ruin your dent. So okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, let me read that. Watch that. Look at the pressure. Whoa. Boom. Okay. Look at the whole thing, even the bottom tab right there. Look at all the pressure. That's why we want a big tab. So boom, it pulls that. And look at even the bottom part right here. That tab even came off because there's so much pressure that came up. It partially released the bond between the tab and the glue. Bang. And you could see, look at how much of the movement you get from the top. Look at that crown come down. That's what you want. You really want that crown to come down. We could glue pull it more. We can glue pull here. And we even took some pressure off on the bottom down here. Now this part right here, that was the part I was talking about. We could not glue pull that because it touched right into the seam. I had to drill a hole and get a little mini soft tip in there and work it out. So if you want to see some pictures, I'll have a full video on this on my tutorial, but just giving you guys a heads up why I like to use Kiko Super Tabs. It's great for big surface areas. It takes a lot of pressure off, helps you start the dent very quickly, and breaks it down into smaller sections, smaller areas that are manageable with smaller soft tips, and it really helps a lot. So that's my input. I hope you guys like this just little quick tip. And hopefully catch me on a new tutorial, new DVDs coming up, and I'll catch you later. See ya.